Welcome to Twitter Tuesday. I'm Dean Meadows, your host, where I take an atheist tweet and I break it down for your benefit. Now, I have to admit, today's tweet might be the most unique, dare I say, weirdest tweet that I've ever seen about God. And I have to credit Tim Barnett from Stand to Reason. I saw it on his Facebook wall and said, man, I need to make a Twitter Tuesday about that tweet. And so the tweet today comes from Philosophical Atheism. It says, God is an atheist. If God has no God, wouldn't that make him atheist too, like me? Well, let's define some terms here to help us deconstruct this tweet to show that it's logically incoherent. Number one, an atheist is one who affirms the phrase, God exists, is false. But the tweet says that if God has no God, wouldn't that make him an atheist? Well, it wouldn't make him an atheist because all God would need to do is affirm that he, God, exists, and just because he doesn't have a God doesn't make him an atheist. It still makes him God. Secondly, Christianity teaches that God is timeless, spaceless, immaterial, personal, and is maximally great. Now, why does that matter when we look at this tweet? Well, if God is maximally great, there's no being that's greater than him. So God can't have a God that he worships or credits to his existence, because if that were the case, then he couldn't claim to be maximally great and he wouldn't be considered God. But if he is maximally great, if a maximally great God does exist, then he knows that he exists, and he would simply affirm the proposition that God exists and that he's it. It doesn't make him an atheist. It simply means that God, in knowing about himself, knows that he exists and knows that he is maximally great. The unfortunate thing about this tweet is that the atheist who tweeted it can't seem to distinguish the difference between themselves and God. Now, this is a clever take, but as we've examined in this brief amount of time, the tweet is logically incoherent and makes absolutely no sense. It might be clever for Twitter, but it's not a very good philosophical refutation for the existence or the nature of God.